My name is Julie Johnson, and I'm the president of MOHR, an organization that provides employment and day support services to people with disabilities. I am also the government affairs chair of MOHR, an association of 100 nonprofit organizations who provide employment and day support services to Minnesotans with disabilities. Thank you for the opportunity to speak before you today in support of this bill. At MSS, my organization, we see examples of the positive impact that waiver-funded disability services have on the individuals that we support each day. A young man we support recently secured his dream job working at the Science Museum. This job has increased his confidence, reduced his isolation, increased his community connections, and piqued his interest to go back to school and further his education. However, the flip side of these success stories are the hard conversations my organization has every day with about 150 people on our waiting list for services whom we are not able to support because of staff vacancies. Many of these individuals have been on our wait list for 2+ years, many since they graduated from high school. Without access to services, individuals slowly lose the skills and the readiness they developed when they worked in school to help them prepare to transition from high school to adult life. Some people are at home, putting pressure on group homes who already have a workforce crisis, or requiring a family member to scale back at work to provide the support needed during the day for somebody. This is why my organization and so many others are supporting this bill, which contains changes to the competitive workforce factor, as well as the supervisor wage factor within our state's disability waiver rate system, aimed at addressing this workforce shortage. I want to acknowledge the significant financial investments that the legislature has made over the last decade to support these services. Those investments have been critical in helping us address the statewide lack of access to services. However, due to decades of underinvestment in community-based disability services, even with these significant investments that you've made, the cost of providing services and the disparity between that and reimbursement is real, and it still exists. This gap impacts the ability of organizations like mine to attract, retain skilled staff, which in turn make it harder for people to access services. And most specifically, it's really hard on people with significant disabilities to access the supports they need to gain independence and increase their skills. We know that legislators will have to grapple with very challenging questions this session about how to meet the critical needs of our state within the confines of the revenue available. We are asking you to see our community members, our friends, our family members with disabilities as a priority in this work. Please partner with us, as you have in the past, to continue to move our state forward, and certainly not backwards, as the governor's proposed cuts would do, in providing wages and benefits that will allow us to hire staff needed to support Minnesotans with disabilities to lead full and meaningful lives. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson.